Hello YouTube. I'm doing a test now on my solar. The bottom switch there is my wind, which I have hooked up right now. This is the first time I've had solar and wind hooked up. Top switch is for my solar. The switches are so I can switch from grid tie to battery. Right now my wind is on the battery. That's down there, and then my solar is on the grid tie. There's the grid tie for solar, grid tie for wind. And here's my solar kilowatt hour, and it's right now I just have a 45 watt Harbor Freight hooked up. It's cloudy, 3.9 watts. This is just a test. I have some more solar panels I'm installing later, but right now I'm just goofing around again, doing a little testing. Everything seems to be working okay. I'm going to switch this solar now over to charging the battery. There's my MPPT charger. It's showing the panels connected, and you can see the battery's charging. It was just down to 13 volts. MPPT showing the voltage of the battery is at 13. Voltage of the panel 13.6. There's the amps from the panel and the amps battery. So that part's working. Solar's on battery, and the wind coming in's on the battery. I'm going to switch wind over back to the grid tie, and I'll switch the solar to the grid tie, so I'll have them both, wind and solar, going to the grid tie now. And you can see there's the solar panel, 4 watts, and the wind is jumping up and down. There's not a lot of wind, but it's so both of them are now going into the grid tie, the wind and the solar. So that part's working too. Now the panel shows it's disconnected. That's because it's going into the grid tie now. I'll switch that back. I'm going to switch the solar back to the battery. and that light should go on. Yep. So now it's showing the panel's connected because it's going through the MPPT charger right now. And then on to my battery. I'll show you my panel that I got hooked up. 45 watt. Right there it is. And as you can see, it is a cloudy day. There it is. First test with both solar and wind. Go out and see what the wind's doing. It's been jumping up and down all day. There it is. I just have that clamped to the side of my deck right now. It's just 1.5 inch conduit. Clamped to the railing, bottom and top. Thanks, YouTube.